everyone is accounted for. Yep, Mike is here. And some other guy is sitting back there. Got it.
Not there, but...
No, okay, Van der Stelt has issues with his mods. Okay, so let's get started. Starting up the Dropbox here. Okay, so today we're going to talk about combat survival, which is going to incorporate some basic skills you already know, like contact drills and assaults, that kind of stuff. It's all already known to you, but we're going to go into depth. Plus we're going to add some survivability maneuvers, so to speak, or skills, whatever you want to call it. So first, I had a very nice picture in my own mission, having, what's an ooievaar in English? Anyone knows that?
The thing that delivers babies.
Yeah, the bird that delivers babies. Yeah, that one. Get a nice picture of that one with a frog strangling that bird while it's getting eaten. Well, that's basically what I want to say throughout this whole exercise or lesson, is that you keep fighting. Well, that's true in real life, but maybe you don't have that urge to survive in a game. But think of this: if you try to have that urge to survive, instead of like, okay, I'm surrounded, I stop fighting, I just shoot around a little bit, and then I'm done. What if you don't do that and try to act as if it's real? So actually try to survive. Try to find a way to get out of the situation. If it works, you'll have a better gaming night, because you'll have more fun. Like you have a story to tell, and afterwards you can come back and help your buddies, for example. And that gives some very nice YouTube videos as well. So in real life, it's of course survival, and survival in the game simply gives extra fun. So now, how are we going to survive? Trying to open my briefing here while I'm talking, but didn't really work. Here we go. There it is. Okay, so first the basic drills we're gonna do. I'm gonna start with initial contact drills. So imagine that you're walking around and you are getting shot at. Now, for the Marines, what is the drill, Mike, for you guys?
We use reaction to effective enemy fire, fire 2 bullets, dive to the ground, fire 2 more, get to the side or towards closest cover, and then maintain a proper firing discipline.
Exactly. It's also, well, you can like memorize that in a funny way too, by saying shoot, duck, shoot, dash. Yeah. The issue is, if you really only do the basic drill, as we all know by now, is that you shoot, enemy knows where you are, you duck underground, you shoot again, roll away, for example. It's possible that you're still in the open. So let me demonstrate. Well, Mike, pick up your weapon, demonstrate the initial drill that you guys do.
You can do it like with 5 people synchronized if you want.
Yeah, okay. Marines, go ahead, demonstrate it.
Go boys.
Brief this shit up.
I'll just, yeah, you guys just walk over there.
Alright, just get to the left.
I'll just call out I'll just shoot to indicate that you're in contact, okay?
Alright, we're just gonna use contact front for now.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah, just watch that. It's reef, like in 4-2, just 2 bullets, get on the ground, 2 bullets.
Are you ready?
We're ready. Alright, start walking, guys.
Attacked. What shit?
Rapid fire.
Okay, stop.
I only heard one of them shoot.
I only heard one of you guys shooting. So now try it again. And use...
We were all shooting, I think it's the glitch.
Yeah.
What?
Glitch.
What?
I could just pull it into my repository now when I was playing and it started working. What?
What?
Yeah, I just pulled it and it started working. Wait, what did I take? What did I
Could
take
you
the sign
guys start firing all at the same time for a sec?
Are you using MCC, Xilat? Because
No,
that
I'm not.
glitches sounds.
No, I don't use MCC.
Right, just extend that line again, guys. Alright,
Okay.
start walking.
Okay, yeah, stop. Yep, good. Okay. Join up over here again. Green berets over here, understand the basic drill?
Yeah.
Okay. So the basic drill is indeed shoot, duck, shoot, dash. That's what I saw you guys doing. That's great. Now, if you're like in a field over here, even if you're doing this dash thing, you're still in the open. So after the drill, you're kind of in trouble. You really need to start moving, basically. So what you could do with the shoot, duck, dash, shoot, instead of the actual duck, as in getting down like this, and follow me a little bit so that you can still hear me what I'm saying.
Go on yelling.
If you're going yelling, it should be quite easy.
Okay, for the shoot, duck, dash, shoot, let's just look around what we got here. You run for 4 seconds, right? If you do a bounding, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 while you're bounding. Well, let's see how far we come, right? So let's imagine a contact. Shoot. 2, 3, 4. Duck. With the 4-second rule, basically, you use with bounding, you can still, well, cover quite some ground, get some cover. In this case, we're in a base, right? But it could be like rocks and stuff, which are 4 seconds away from you. Now, the issue, if you're blindly gonna do this, is that you run into each other's fire sector. So that's really what you should keep in mind, and also do some training on, like how far you're gonna do the ducking and dashing and everything, because otherwise it will be very chaotic. So that's the options you have. So the downside of the basic drill is that you're in the open, and you need probably another 5 seconds to start moving your section or platoon to a safe area. So if there is a safe area already, you can use the drill to get into cover. Remember, since we're not ducking, you need to kind of zigzag. So instead of running straight towards cover, let's say here's the cover over here, instead of running like this, enemy is going to expect that, kind of run like this. Did that look different? Did that look different from your perspective? Okay. Right. So that's the basic drill. Let's try to do that with the section size we have right now. Let's try to get in a file. Let's say our green berets over here, led by Miller, is Delta, and Mike, you're the IC of the group, in Charlie. Move in a file in that direction, southeast. I'll just start shooting, and you guys do the initial contact drill. Before we start, are there any questions?
Are we expecting it in the field or still in the base?
Sorry, what?
Are we like walking out on the field over there, or are we doing it like in this bit in the compound?
Oh, shall I do it in the field? It's fine. Okay, follow me in a file.
go.
Right, just
It's more spacing. Keep moving.
We're gonna do what?
The contact drill. Don't shoot me, please. Don't keep standing there, Marines. Don't keep standing there. Okay, stop, 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 stop. Okay, let's repeat that. Get in your file.
We're next to that line, just facing southwest.
Okay, both groups I noticed small issues. For the Marines it was, well, they were standing up quite a bit
Yeah,
without...
like I said, we didn't have our magazines loaded.
Oh, okay, Roger. And for the Green Berets over here, I did see you going to the ground, but it was kind of static still. So try to dash, do that dashing a little bit more, okay? Try to not to be a static target. Try spreading up, that kind of stuff. Okay, let's move in a file to the northwest. Just start moving. I'll shoot again for the contact drill.
Okay, start moving.
Okay, stop, 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 stop. Pass it on, pass it on. Okay, on me. Okay, so that's the initial contact drill. Yeah, so we've got that right. The double taps are there, the ducking and dashing is there. Of course, this needs more training to actually get in all kinds of situations, get it right. Now, there are more considerations from that point, because this is just about the first 5 seconds, to survive these first 5 seconds. I think Miller knows the answer. Is there a way to increase the effectivity of the dash part, where you get to a different place? Actually, it's Miller that came up with the idea. Maybe he understands what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, he doesn't know. Okay, like, maybe this only applies to us really, but since you guys are also SF, or should be Special Operations trained, I can give you this idea. We use the silencers quite a lot. However, there is something that you should consider whether we do use it or we do not. In case of an initial contact, depending on the mission, you don't want to have the silencers because if you get spotted, you wanna lay down fire right away and like harass your enemy right when they detect you, so that you can take them out and they'll disengage instead of like attacking you. The other consideration is that you do use your silencer, so when you get detected, they only think that you're 1 or 2 guys instead of a whole platoon, for example. Now that goes a little bit further, because during the dashing, you can use the silencer to minimize your signature, not only sound but also what you see. Who's wearing a silencer right now?
I am.
Miller? Okay. Is that Van den Broek?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Van den Broek, could you fire without your silencer? Well, no, who's over here? Miller. Miller. Shoot in southwestern direction with your silencer. Sorry, without your silencer. Right. Okay. Stop, stop. Now, Van den Broek, do it with your silencer. Oh, right. That isn't modeled very well. Okay, so it's only sound in Arma. Now let's look at the difference when Van den Broek kneels, and Miller goes prone. Now you'll see that going prone isn't always a good way to minimize your signature. Miller, could you fire a little bit? There you go. See all the dust? Now, Van den Broek, could you fire? Still giving the dust. This doesn't make any sense. Fuck Arma.
I think it's a different silencer that we used when we tested this.
Oh my, just fuck you in the ass.
Yeah. No, but if I can.
Yeah, go ahead, Miller.
So what the idea is, like in real life, what they do is, for example, when they get in a firefight and it's night and they have silencers and everything, what they do is they shoot. For example, they are like hiding in the bush. They shoot 2 times without silencer, and that makes it pretty clear where they are. But what they do then is like roll 2 times to the left, quickly put their silencer on, and then like kill the target.
How do they have
Or
to
shoot
do that?
again, because in that way, like they will shoot first, like they shoot without silencer. The enemy sees them, they aim at them, but as soon as they like shoot at him, he's already here and shooting with silencer, so he has a smaller chance to get spotted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
So
actually something they do in real life, but in game it's like modeled kind of bad, but it could still work.
yeah,
But I'm
the
not 100% sure how they.
yeah, maybe we used a different silencer because I'm pretty sure that it did work the time that we tested this.
Yeah.
So okay, let's.
I can try our silencer if you want. I don't know if this one's any different.
Yeah, well, put it on your.
Let's see,
your
we've
weapon.
got at least 20 different silencers here. So
Okay.
we're just gonna go through them one by one.
All right, Cormac, could you fire in that direction
Yeah,
to
let's
see
see.
the effect?
NT4
Yeah.
goes first.
No difference. No
See,
difference.
let's try number 2. Could be different.
Ah.
What is it that we're looking for? The dust from the gun?
Well, yeah, the dust from the gun should be less.
So
but,
less.
yeah. Okay. Well,
I've got like 5 more. Hold on. Two. D.
alrighty. No, okay. Disregard. We're gonna have to check that out. I think it's the basic silencers that do it properly. The basic vanilla Arma 3 silencers. Not sure though. Yeah, Miller, could you pick up from the stealth from the spawn point?
I'll get one of my guys. It's your training.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
give
Yeah.
him a loadout as well, so.
Oh yeah, yeah. Help him with the loadout. Miller already knows all this stuff, so. Let's see about basic drills over here. Okay. Now the considerations in case of you do get in contact and you want to choose whether you're gonna attack or survive or not. So the main consideration is that you're worth more alive than dead. Well, sounds a bit stupid and obvious, of course, but sometimes that's being forgotten. People like start attacking like without ever having an escape route, and you should remember that every 5 seconds or every second really that escape window really shrinks a lot. After the initial or inside the initial contact, you still have quite a big window usually to escape, if you know where the enemy is. And that brings me to my next point. Bind, find, disengage, or find, bind, disengage would be better if you don't see them. So the first thing you want to do is find the enemy, which also brings us back to the silencers. If you use them, probably the enemy isn't gonna fire, not much anyway, because they think you're only with a few guys. So not using silencers will invoke the enemy to fire back at you. That way you will have an opportunity to find them. Finding the enemy means binding the enemy. You'll be able to send out shots in their direction, and then the commander should be able to assess whether he can choose to engage or disengage. Well, what is the first thing you need for an effective attack? Very first thing, main thing. Maybe it has something to do with well, I'd almost say speed. Mike, do you have a clue what I'm talking about? Where I want to go to?
I was distracted.
You was distracted? Okay. On the stealth, what's the first thing we roll during an RPG game?
Initiative.
Right, okay, we need initiative. What?
No, it reminds me of my lone leader.
Okay. You need initiative, so in case of a first contact and you're getting shot at, you already lost that initiative. So as a commander or section leader or whatever rank you are, even if you're just with a team of 2, you need to regain the initiative to make an effective counterattack. Well, in a basic situation, that means disengaging, going to a higher ground or a ground where you have better cover. Well, let me ask Miller, for example, if we get a contact here in this field, what would be the area where you pull back your squad to?
To the base, of course.
To the base over here, right? Exactly. That's a higher ground, and you've got cover. So that's the first thing you want to do as a commander, is find the enemy, bind the enemy, and then you can decide whether you can pull back to that location or not. From there, you can fortify and maybe send out a counterattack or break the contact further. That's the first thing you're gonna do as a commander. During the first contact, you're gonna assess the situation, and right there is where you're gonna decide whether you're gonna do a counterattack or disengage. Now, let's say you're in the middle of the Iraqi desert, and you guys may know the story of Bravo 2-0. What they did is launch a counterattack right away. That's one simple reason. There was nowhere to disengage to. They were in a desert, some rocks, so the only thing they could do is launch a counterattack and try to gain the initiative that way. Which Andy McNabb basically describes himself. That's the last thing they expect us to do, so we do it. If you're out of options, if you cannot disengage, you can't. Then don't try to disengage if you can't. Again, that frog that being eaten by the bird, it's strangling the bird while it's getting eaten. Well, that's basically the mindset you should have in a fight. During the my lieutenant training, we went out with the same combat survival, and the first lesson we got was actually to go through a compound like this over here, a certain route without a weapon, and we were basically fighting overwhelming odds. We were fighting professional boxers and everything, and our mission was to get to our weapon. And there was no way back because we were chased all the time by our previous enemy. So there was only one way in, or one way out was basically in. And that's basically keep fighting, keep fighting, keep fighting. Some guys didn't make it. But yeah, if you do not have an option, if you have no option not to fight, then obviously you have to. Don't try to run if you can't run. If you have an option, you only have a few seconds to take it. So if there is a way to live and fight another day, do that. Choose for that. And then as a team, teamwork is essential. Mike, do you know why?
Yes, because you're most likely to get fucked up if you're alone.
Well, yeah. Well, it's a little bit harsh, but team play is essential because it gives the enemy someone else to shoot at, which is something you have to exploit. It's a bit hard, a bit harsh, but you have to use that. You have to take that for your buddy, like lay down the suppressive fire, distract, make him go to a better position to give cover fire, and then move away as well. That's also you need to keep in mind. Okay, so the initial contact. Right. Okay, so if we want to find the enemy and know how we are gonna how to take action, there's one thing you need, and that's situational awareness. So anyway, someone not familiar with the term situational awareness? So everyone knows the term? Okay. Basically in the following order, and especially the guys which want or are a squad leader or higher at the moment, you should note this, because it's really in the following order. The first thing is, can you find the enemy? Do you know, well, do you know the composition of the enemy? Can you find him? That's the first thing you want to know as a commander. If that's a no, basically put that down as a -1. That's a bad situational awareness. Can you bind the enemy? So maybe you can find him, but are you able to bind him? For example, do you have the weapons to do it? Or is he binding you? Right? So can you bind him? Do you have the weapons like air support or a heavy support weapon or whatever to bind the enemy to get the initiative? Yes or no? Secondly, not only bind him, can you also put effective fire out to kill the enemy? Yes or no? If you're using like Glocks only while he's using AKs, you're in trouble, right? That's a -1. If you're using your standard issue weapon, he has like sniper rifles or the high caliber guns at a distance, you're probably at the downside. You put that down as a -1. Again, it's literally in this order. Can you maneuver to a safe position within an acceptable time frame, which is basically 5 to 10 seconds? Yes or no? That's also a -1. Well, and then is your unit still combat effective? Which means, do you have wounded guys? If yes, you are not really combat effective anymore. Then, well, can you get the advantage? Either position or number or both. And the last one, but not the least important, is will my commander's goal be reached by a counterattack? It all has to do with the mission. If you have a patrol somewhere and it's only recce, why make a counterattack? If you're doing a recce and you have contact, you know enough. You know that there's an enemy there. Get your ass out of there. If that enemy is part of your goal and you have the advantage, then you take him out. So don't blindly take out anything you have, because well, you'll have wounded guys and you'll be wasting ammo for nothing. If you can answer yes to all questions, launching an attack is an option. In case you're pinned down with no options of breaking contact, survival rules apply again, and even more, really. So make the best out of the situation and launch an attack or set up an ambush, which we get back a little later during this training. Okay, so I know we talked a little bit about the initial contact and some brabbling about me with some philosophies and stuff. Now we're gonna go into more shooting and maneuvering. Are there any questions so far? First Miller and Mike.
No, not really. No.
Okay, anyone else?
No, all clear.
All clear. Okay. Okay. Well, Mike, you're still the commander. Get this section in a file towards the northwest, and set up a close herringbone.
Going to rearm. Everyone, you heard him.
What?
Everyone, you heard him. Single file facing northwest, tight spacings for a herringbone. Oh,
What's
then
my spot?
just face it, facing northwest, and then get in the herringbone.
Yep, herringbone.
Crouch down.
Okay, Van der Broek, your knees. That's right. It's a nice herringbone.
Oh no, stop. Just aim where you have to aim, but your sector is front.
Aim front Van der Broek.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
And then I'm gonna go left, and then Van der Dijk is gonna go up against me and go to
Yep.
the ground.
Yeah, close it up, guys. Close it up. Close it up.
Right against each other.
Stack up, stack up. Everybody stack up.
Cozy.
Cozy.
Go with land guys here.
I'm here with you, Jordy.
We smell, right? We smell like sweat.
Like fish.
You guys smell like fish. At least we smell like sweat. Okay. Yeah, good herringbone. Obviously, we didn't have to explain much here. Yeah. Okay. Section on my order. Rapid fire. Fire. Okay, hold fire, hold fire. Okay, that's nice. That's nice.
You bugs, you fucking idiot.
What I forgot.
So, anyone deaf?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, survivability again. Don't forget your earplugs.
Earplugs.
Nice trick, was it?
Yeah.
You fucking scrubs.
Okay.
Nosy shit.
Well, everybody knows this part. Stress movement. Let me see my notes for a second. Yeah. Okay. Everybody, take some spacing, about 2-3 meters. Again.
Go forward.
It's just
A lot.
Stay here.
Just sprint forward to the front.
Who is not familiar with peeling? Van der Broek, are you familiar with peeling?
Yes, I am.
Okay, very good. Miller, come
Which?
over here. Yeah, Miller, come stand with me. Right. Okay, look in that direction. Now guys, if we are peeling... Yeah, go Neil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go Neil. Yeah. Okay, if we are peeling, something that happens a lot, also in real life with recruits. Let's say we're peeling in that direction over there. They start peeling and do the following. Okay, how it should be done is check the side. So when you go over to the left, you turn over to the right side, so you check that and then walk away. In the back, can you hear me there?
Guess not.
Wiggle your weapon if you can hear me in the back. Yeah, okay, very good. Alright. Also great for the YouTube video. Okay, so Miller, get back into your position.
Oh,
Get back into your position in the line. Okay, Mike, you're in command. Just start peeling towards the base again, and let's see how everybody does. Just do some rapid fire thing. Think of something. It's up to you. Mike, you there?
Quiet.
Okay. If
Yeah,
everybody.
sorry, my microphone was off.
Okay.
Alright. Group, deliberate fire, southwest, start peeling, right to left. Fire.
Communicate, guys. Communicate. Communicate. Communicate that you're passing him.
Moving.
Red, I'm moving.
Yes.
Okay, ceasefire, ceasefire. That's okay. Stop, stop, stop. Good
It's
enough.
also a tank truck. Loading.
It has to be moving faster.
Yeah.
The it's correct what Mike says. It was kind of slow. You really need to start moving when the previous guy passes your ass, basically passes your 6 o'clock. So whenever, well, the first guy just, yeah, if you don't see him anymore, if he really passes you in real life, you'll tap him on the shoulder. You start moving right away. It should be very quick. So let's try that again. Mike, up to you.
Please. Which weapon?
Delivered by boom boom.
Okay,
Alright,
Mike.
Deliberate fire, southwest, peel right.
Faster, come on, faster, faster, faster. Faster, come on, move. Taking too long. Come on, move. It's past 6 o'clock already. Do it, keep moving.
Like your turn.
Yep.
Moving.
Okay, stop.
Moving. No fence. Nice moving back.
Okay,
Yeah, I was fucking stuck in this thing.
alright. Let me check my notes again.
Yeah.
Okay, every second man take 3 steps in, well, 4 basically. The second, the fourth, etc, etc.
Like you 2 steps forward hike. Everyone
Okay.
knows what the second guy is.
Yeah, you,
We don't have a front anymore.
you, yeah, and the last man.
What?
Okay. So now we are gonna peel towards the base again. Let's say we had contact front and we were moving northwest, so that's in the direction that I'm walking right now. Everybody facing that direction? Right. Now we're gonna peel inward. So we're gonna minimize...
Center peel.
Yeah, center peel. We're gonna minimize our posture. And again, this should be a quick one. Okay? And every time you just put yourself at the back of the line where you were. Right?
One question.
What is this?
Which way do you turn? In this case.
In this case, inward. Otherwise, you could accidentally like be pointing at a good guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Where are you? Yeah. Well, okay. I know. Stealth asked it. I don't know where he stands. Okay. So I'm gonna call contact front, and then we're gonna peel inward, and this should be a quick one again. I basically should almost be running to keep up with you guys. Oh, someone wants to ask?
How do we peel inward? I've never done that before.
Alright,
So.
we'll demonstrate. Alright, we'll be shooting forward, and then what I do is I turn inwards, start sprinting back, and the moment I pass Heiken over here, he starts following me back. That way you have like a single file moving in towards the rear, and then the 2 front guys are shooting.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Roger that.
And they're putting down quite aggressive fire. Okay.
Only the 2 guys at the front.
Yeah,
fire.
because else you have enfilading fire from the back.
A what?
Roger.
Say
Friendly
again, Mike?
fire, bang, bang, bang in your back.
Oh yeah, exactly. The other guys could keep the guys in the back keep observing the sides, of course. Can you guys hear me back there? The guys in the back who can't shoot yet cover the back and the sides. All right, Mike, contact front.
Contact front, rapid fire! Feel.
Moving.
Rear.
Oh, move. That's way too long.
Moving.
Okay, ceasefire, ceasefire.
Not really.
That went pretty good. Yep, that went pretty good. That went pretty good. Okay, since bounding is very, very basic, and we don't have very new guys in here, we're gonna skip that. Peeling sideways and inward, we did that. Check outer sectors when peeling, we did that part. Opening the door, right. Mike, you're familiar with crossing open terrain, how to do that?
I don't know which way you guys do it, but
Okay, let's demonstrate
We don't do it at all.
RSF way.
no, we tend not to use open terrain.
Okay, well, you should. At some point, you may need to cross a road, like over here. So everybody.
Yeah, like we do road crossing, but not like big fields. We like try to walk around it and
Of course.
concealed.
Of course, of course. But it's all the same procedure, basically, if you have to go through it for some reason. The road is the best example. Otherwise, you'll have discussions about it. SF on me. 103 SF. Right. Okay, Miller, we're gonna open the first part. Okay.
Let's just move around so we can see what it looks like.
Now Miller and me are pointing both in a different direction, covering, well, the long sides of the road. There are multiple.
Mind your way now?
There are multiple options here for the commander how to do it. We're gonna demonstrate it as follows, but there are variables in here. There are more options, right? Okay, the first buddy pair passes the road, so they kind of sprint over and take the same posture basically on the other side of the road. Preferably, if they have cover, they use it. So next two guys, or that over here, that's Van den Broek and Van Dijk. You guys cross. Open the door, exactly. Well, if you have the option, use cover. If you have the option, use cover.
Yeah.
That impression.
Yeah, on the side. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So now we have basically a door. There are multiple ways to do it. We can be bounding, so
User entered your channel.
our position gets taken over and we cross. How we do it is that the rest now crosses. Everyone we have, basically. Just one guy, right? Okay, you Marines, just go. First demonstration. Hang on a second, guys.
Microphone muted.
Ready? Oh.
Microphone activated.
Okay, I'm back. Can you Marines still hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so now what we do, I say prepare to move. Miller's gonna call ready. Prepare to move. And then we're gonna move sideways together. So that we maintain our sectors while crossing. And from here we can start running.
What about your flank?
Say again?
Your flank, that you, the one that you're leaving.
Yeah, that's basically the guys that took over can take an overwatch position. As we're with two guys, we have to rely on the other people crossing to do the bounding basically in the same way and cover the backs. Now, Mike, since there are variations in here, can you demonstrate how you guys do it?
Right. Well, what we do, we usually have like this.
How do we do it?
Guys over here. Like, we have two people like covering down the road. Then everyone else does as well, and then like we have a little 360. Now
Yeah.
one guy crosses while covering his sector. So that camera, you cross. Right, and then one guy just walks up to the guy covering the road, just like taps him, and then takes over the. No, what are you doing? You bird.
Yeah, I think
Like
I
he
understand. Yeah.
takes over,
Yep.
like the covering position. So
Yep.
you already take over my position.
And you pass the road,
Yep.
cross
And
the
then
road.
I can pass.
I'll cover your section.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
it.
I take over that camera's position.
Yep.
And that
Yep.
camera keeps moving in the way we're supposed to be moving. And
Yeah,
then you
okay.
keep doing
That's
that. And you have like
that's
a single file moving
exactly
across the
that's
road.
yeah, that's exactly the way how we did it at the academy.
I knew we were missing someone.
Yeah, where the fuck is he?
He's on top.
Right. Okay. That's exactly how we did it at the academy. So yeah, that's also a very good option. We took.
Shit! No!
Get out of here.
No!
Fucking Marie.
Okay, help him out.
Setting up, bandage him.
Oh my god. Fuck's sake.
Okay. All round defense. All round defense. And this guy. Suppressive fire. Rapid fire. Fire.
He's fixed.
Okay. Ceasefire. Ceasefire. Right, what I wanted to say, that way is indeed the way we got it on the academy. The way we did it now was how Miller showed it to me, which is basically from from the 11th Air Maneuver Brigade, wasn't it, Miller?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's a way.
it's a way. There are variations. There are variations. You cannot say that one way is better than the other. But it's good to demonstrate this to each other, so, well, you know that there isn't just one way to do stuff. Okay, so much about bounding. Oh, what time is it? Okay, yeah. Alright. Yeah, there is one movement that I want to demonstrate to you guys.
What the fuck?
Alright,
Oh really? Come on.
Just leave him be. Leave him
Pissed
be.
off that he would
Sorry
die,
guys,
but he
just
couldn't.
continue.
alright. Okay. Well, everyone should be familiar by now by just the patrolling walking around and doing your patrols. Waiting up for one and continuing afterwards. To have a continuous flow of patrol, for example, well, what we do back in the deep behind enemy lines when you kind of want to move quick so that you don't get detected, is the 20-second rule. The upside is it that you can move a big unit quite quickly while maintaining your overwatch and everything. The downside of it is that you can only move in rather straight lines. Works as follows. Let me take Miller with me. Miller, follow me. We're gonna move out, and I'm gonna tell Miller that my unit, just representing myself, will be moving out in a certain direction, a general direction, and we'll have a 20-second interval. So I'm gonna walk for 20 seconds, and he's gonna follow me 20 seconds later. Okay, I'm gonna walk into the compound just to show how that works. So here we go. I'm gonna walk like this. Oké, goed genoeg, goed genoeg, goed genoeg.
Ik zat op 15 seconden.
Ja, prima. Right. So that way you know how long it's gonna take to get a second unit with you and you can keep moving. There is one big downside to this, and I'm gonna demonstrate it. Okay, again the 20-second rule. and just follow the direction where I was moving, Miller. Remember that time that it went wrong when we did it?
When we were in contact, you mean?
Yes, that time. Okay, so let's do the same thing, and I'm not gonna move in a straight line. So, there I am, and now Miller doesn't know where I am, and we're in trouble because the whole unit is split up. Just to give you a little bit situational awareness on that technique. It works great for moving your patrol. Where's Miller? Yeah, so that's the
smoke signals and someone in.
yeah, okay, well, here he comes. Right, so, yeah, Miller now basically lost me and we're in trouble. We need to start communicating everything using the radio to get back to each other. We don't want that. So the 20-second interval works great to have good separation between units, and when one has contact, the other one can easily like take over with a counterattack or just provide the cover. The downside of it is that you really haven't got much maneuver space during your patrol.
Question.
Sorry?
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, what about when you are in combat? Like, we did it while we were in combat, but that didn't work out too good.
Yeah, exactly. That didn't work out too good because of that reason that I like walked past a big mountain and then made a 90-degree turn behind the mountains, and you kept going straight. It's not your fault. It's a logical thing for you to do. It was just stupid of me to take the 90-degree turn behind the rocks. That's why we lost each other. So we have.
Yeah, okay, but I mean more like it is actually a good thing to do while you are in contact.
This specifically.
Okay.
No, it's a question. You mean if this is a good thing to do in contact?
Yeah, like, what is the reason why you?
Well, this is not a contact drill. This is a patrol drill.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But that's why I asked it. Like, is there a reason to do this while you are in combat? No.
No, because
I don't see it. You could just as well do bounding overwatch or something.
Yes, exactly. This is only to have a fluent movement of your patrol and have a backup, well, which is exactly my next point for the commanders. Not only having a backup plan, but one common error of starting commanders basically is to take their unit and use it fully for an attack without ever having a reserve. So whatever you do, split your group either actually or virtually in 3 units, like one attacking unit, like the way we have in Charlie and Delta, but also have like a few guys, even if it's just 2, as a reserve, and keep them with you. Or have some other unit support you in that way, but you should have a reserve somewhere. You should have reinforcements. Sounds too obvious, but it's a very, very common mistake to use the full unit for an attack. You always want a reserve somewhere, somehow. Well, let's set up for an assault. Mike, that compound over there that we used before for an assault, let's say that's the target, and I want you to take all the people you have, split them in Charlie and Delta, and think of a way to have some backup. Anyway, I don't care. Have a backup somewhere. Have backup people.
Alright, well, 4, 8,
Hiking and sniper back up.
10. Hiken's a platoon sergeant now.
Sorry?
I was talking to Dak.
Oh, okay.
We have 10 people in total.
Yeah, and take me as well. I'm here as well. Okay.
Right, so we have 11 people. That
Mhm.
means they can like either have fire teams just attacking and having 3 people like overlooking the situation. Just
Yes.
sitting in the back, covering the rear.
Okay,
You have smaller fire teams, like 3 each, or smaller suppressing force or a smaller attacking force.
Okay, so let's just get into practice here. And actually, the answer is standing right next to me. What's standing next to me? Zach, right. An option, right? What you could do is split into 2 fire teams, Charlie and Delta. You've got 3 guys over here and 4 guys over here. Or maybe another 3 guys. Take 3. Oh no, 4 guys. Take 4 guys. Yeah. Split them like that.
So everyone to my right is Charlie team, and one to my left, but not behind me, is Delta team. So you have to team 3, and then you could have either the like the commander overseeing the situation, and then the spare 2 guys covering the rear, something like that.
Yes. So, as a commander, take your support weapons with you. That's an option, right? That's not like a rule. As a commander, be in the back and command all the teams with the ICs of your subgroups, and have your support guys like the heavy support shooter or a sniper or a JTAC, for that sake, have that with you as the backup, so that you can move them around personally, and maybe even come in the fight if you have to yourself. And that's your backup. And that's the common error mostly made by young commanders is well, put in the full force of your unit and then having nothing to, well, no options anymore to break contact if you have to. Okay. Shall we do a little assault, Mike? I mean, that's your bread and butter anyway. So let's make an assault on a compound, and I'll give some directions afterwards. The compound over there.
Alright, well, do we get to go easy mode and just form an extended line and like attack from there?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Everyone from SF also listen to Mike. He's now your commander for now.
Must hurt having a marine as commander.
Everyone can form an extended line along the road using the trees and foliage as concealment. Just pretend we just sneaked into this position. And then have Charlie team on the left side and Delta team on the right side.
Okay, and
switch it around.
Who's your backup?
Well, I said you, so everyone who was behind me was the backup.
Okay, roger.
Everyone to my left was Delta and everyone to my right was Charlie.
Roger. Alright. Go ahead. I'm your backup.
Right, well, they still have to switch around though. Who was it? Olin Kotta was behind me, so he's in the backup team as well.
Holdy, go over here.
Roger. And then Labrook just switch over there, and then have Charlie team further to the left in a good position to fire on the compound.
From the other side.
Ooh, GPMG. Alright, there's a building to the left you can use for cover as well. But everyone, like, we don't need 4 people in the same bush.
Where did you say we had some more cover?
Well, there's a building to the left.
Oh, yes, sir.
Another tree.
Is there a window from there?
Oh, you can use the corner. Alright. Can everyone hear me?
I use the radio, I think they've got channel 1 anyway.
Yeah, everyone just get on 111 for now. All the commando boys, just put your radio on 111 real quick.
Okay. Kun jij radio op 111 zetten?
Oh ja, ga ik proberen. Ja, dat moet lukken.
Okay.
Radio check. Alright, I assume everyone knows how to use a radio, so...
They should. Otherwise they can moonsault their way back to house.
Alright, so we have like a fire support team on the left flank, an assault team on the right flank, all the heavy weapons from the fire support team. So we're just gonna suppress the compound and have Delta team flank around and charge in on the compound, and have the people that are in the back cover the back and wait to be, or just cover the back until told to do something other than that. Like maybe they need to support one of the teams, or
Yeah, drag someone out when wounded, for example.
Yep. Alright, is everyone in position?
Yep. What compound do you want to attack?
Directly north of the construction building in it. You're looking at the wrong compound. There, directly north. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna have one team covering, the other one flanking around and pushing in quite aggressively. It is requested of you to tell the fire support team to either switch fire or hold fire when you're entering the compound to prevent friendly fire. Yeah, live fire hike then. Alright, is it not clear to anyone what we're doing?
What compound exactly are we attacking? You said left of the
Directly north in the construction building, pretty much.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha.
Alright, so commands rapid fire on the compound for 10 seconds.
Assault team is the commandos, right? Okay. Gotta check them out.
Alright, commands rapid fire for 10 seconds. Alright, Charlie team, switch to deliberate fire. Delta team, flank around right.
Not on me. They're from the book, on the way from east, and then we have from the left. Not a move. Yeah, this is not exactly the way. Okay, make a line in the bush in front of you. Move in. Go on the right side of the feet. No. And make a line. Okay, turn line and then we're gonna walk up forward and attack. Okay, move up. Line. Got the line. Delta's attacking.
I see tracers going onto the military compound. You need to switch fire left onto the construction building.
You wanted to attack the construction building, right?
Yeah, attack the construction building. Whoever's in Charlie firing at the military compound, switch fire left.
Okay, yeah, John, switch fire.
Alright, Charlie, switch fire left.
Guys, go left and right. Alright, close enough.
Reloading.
Okay, stop. Everybody regroup at the construction building.
Because we would have gone around those bush, like where I'm pointing at right now, so we were concealed from this.
Look at the Marines run.
They can run.
Okay, Mike, did you see the movement of our team? The last part, the assault, did you see that?
Yep.
What do you think about it?
We saw a lot of suppressive fire going into the wall, so...
I mean our team, the commandos. Did you
Like-
notice anything about the way they moved?
I think they had like little buddy team boundings going on, but I wasn't too sure about that.
Okay. Well, what I was at actually was that it wasn't a very aggressive assault in my opinion. You didn't have much time. It's very much, well, the guys are familiar with CQB. This is kinda like the survival part that kicks in here again. When they are on suppressive fire, the enemy in there is really doing their best to stay alive, right? So when there is a group moving about 50 meters, walking and shooting, coming closer, damn as hell, they're gonna throw grenades at you. So what you want, usually, is to minimize the time they have to respond to you. So while the Marines were giving the fire support over here, we should have really sprinted towards the building, throwing grenades, throwing smoke so they can't see us coming. Maybe they know, but they can't see. And then when you are up close, throw the grenades in, run in on full automatic, and take them out. That part of the attack really should be like cutting off the head of the tiger or whatever, snake, whatever.
I have a comment.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, the switch, I was really late, and I think it's really important that you say it in time so you don't accidentally get some bullets in your head by your friendlies.
Yes.
Because I did an intentional non-shift there because I didn't hear a shift, so...
Yeah, I heard some bullets here
Yeah.
on the... Yeah, exactly. The shifting should be early and, well, early at least coordinated. I didn't hear any coordination like Charlie ready for assault or something like that. So the attack team should somehow notify that they're attacking. Maybe with smoke, maybe by radio, or think of a cheat how to do that. So you notify the fire support team commander we're attacking. He shifts the fire right away, and the attacking team really needs to make that a snappy attack. Really, like, kill them within a second. So get close up, pull your knives out if you have to, throw grenades, throw smoke, and overwhelm them. This wasn't overwhelming. So well, commandos, could you go into your bush again? And let's, well, if your Marines can move up like 50 meters and act as if they're doing support fire from a distance. So move in that direction.
Just go on again what we're doing real quick.
Just from an unrealistic range, so stay over here, do the fire support, and we do the snappy attack I was
we just
talking about.
shoot at the, let's say, the little garage thing.
No, shoot here at the target we had, just that direction.
You should
Okay,
have.
so we're moving back to roll position.
Oh, you can stay here. You can stay here. It's okay. It's just for the exercise. Okay, so lay down the suppressive fire. You can start already.
Right, rapid fire. Let's go.
There's a guy standing there.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
They are trying to switch grenades, but they don't.
Okay, Miller. Communicate with.
Yeah, get in line. Get in line.
Okay, communicate that you're doing the attack and make an aggressive, snappy attack. Right?
I see somebody standing in front first.
Yeah, don't shoot at him.
Go for smoke first. Pop out.
Charlie is commencing attack.
Charge.
Switch fire.
Fuck. One got it. God damn it. Grenade out.
Come on, go. Move it.
Breach. Dead. Nice.
Go.
That white. There's nobody talking. Okay,
Okay, form on me.
That didn't go. You guys even hear me or what?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was more like what I mean. Okay, so throwing the smoke in, throwing the grenades in. The very last part didn't, like, it stockaged a little bit at the very end. The grenades could have thrown earlier, the high explosive grenades I mean, like while running, throw them forward, so so you can keep your momentum up and do your attacks well.
The only problem is with the grenades, if you miss a grenade and it bounces up and back towards you, you will die.
Exactly.
That's kind of
hard to throw.
Exactly. So in such a situation, a grenade launcher would be helpful, and only use the grenades to do the actual breaching. Okay. So when you already pass the smoke, so to speak, you shouldn't stop right in front of the smoke. You should breach through the smoke, kill anyone you see, and then go into your CQB procedure. Did you guys like notice the difference in movement which we did here?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay, that was the assault. And there is one thing I want to cover with this training, which is the retreat. And it's not going to be a simple retreat. We're going to use the half attack. You're familiar with that one, Cormick?
Half attack. Say it again.
The L shape?
Oh yeah, the L-shaped thing. Yeah, guys.
Right.
Extended line, and on the left or right most guys, it's gonna be a single file, so you have like an L kind of thing going on.
Okay. I'm just gonna direct you guys for now, just to show you guys something like an option to do an aggressive retreat. So not a retreat, but an aggressive retreat, which is a counter-attack at the same time, using the half attack. Okay, 103 guys, get in a line on this side, in a file I mean, behind the Marines.
Oh, they should be in front of us.
Negative.
Well.
Protecting the bullets, not up.
We're made out of steel.
You guys have to have your weapons. Van the stealth? Okay, Van the stealth is still... Okay, now, we're not gonna fire, I'm just gonna explain this. Let's say that we encounter a big enemy force and we want to retreat, right? So instead of bounding, we're gonna do the following. Can the commandos in the back hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Following happens. So you guys basically get on your bucket belts and start firing. So hold fire. It's simulated. Just get on your bucket belts, belt buckles, whatever. Now you guys too get on your chest.
Sink into the ground like that.
So you guys find and bind the enemy for now. And the rear, they're gonna kind of peel to the right, but they gonna keep their file shape in relation to the enemy. So Miller, you'll get the command from Mike to basically move towards the bush. So you sprint towards the bush, and I'm gonna use the radio for now. Miller, you're there?
Oh, I'm here.
Okay, so move your unit to the bush.
Okay, stand up.
Okay, just sprint there.
Go.
Red, you're a crazy motherfucker.
Delta's in the bush.
Okay, now you don't. The guys moving in that direction really try not to fire until the following happens. Mike, you're gonna retreat, just bound back with your unit.
Alright. Like, are they a separate fire team, or are we just bounding back like BO2?
That's up to you, but for now just move back with the whole unit.
Alright.
Start moving back.
Charlie, prepare to bound. Charlie, bound. Charlie, prepare to hold. Charlie, holds.
Okay. So now the Marines have the option. They could bound in two separate units, or bound as whole. if they bound us whole, they basically remove the wall of lead thrown towards the enemy. Well, what would the enemy do? They possibly follow the Marines. Now let's say that I'm the enemy and I'm bounding after the attacking enemy. Sorry, I'm bounding after the Marines. What does that give you, Miller, from where I'm standing now as an enemy?
That gives me a pretty nice headshot.
Exactly. A nice flanking position, and now you can open fire. Not at me, please. Alright, okay, hold fire. So that's an option there. To have like an offensive retreat, where one unit moves sideways, or peels sideways, however you want to do it. And then basically one unit moves backwards, and that way you have a trap, like an ambush kind of thing, right away. So anyone following you would walk into a trap. If they don't follow you, you can easily break contact from here. Any questions? Okay, everybody regroup on me. This is the end of section 1. Now we're gonna do some interesting stuff with things you may not have seen yet.
Oh, we actually thought it was going to last until like 10.
Whatever, let's just keep going.
You'll like it, you'll like it.
I like it already. I'll go get my normal gear.
Someone has a pistol for me.
Of course, always have.
Okay.
I use Jordi's one because he doesn't clean it.
I always clean it, but it's like dirty, so... You want some mags as well? Here.
Yeah, I want a mag as well. So what's this? P99. Perfect.
It's a bit rusty, don't worry.
Who the fuck uses a P99, yeah?
Yeah, Jordy, is that your pistol?
What?
No, now I had
What the fuck, Jordy?
now I had that in my.
Can't hear shit.
I take this one.
Oh, I give everyone a P226. You pleb.
A P226. Here we go. Here's the P226 with ammo. So what's the caliber of a P226? 9mm?
I think so, yeah.
Alright. So who's this over here? Deckhammer, do you trust me?
Yeah, of course I can trust you.
Crossfall.
Okay. Okay.
This one's fun.
Yeah?
Now, this is also dependent on the mods, right? Are
yeah, I know you're gonna shoot my gun, right?
Right. Exactly.
PRHS1.
There you go.
Boom! I told you I was made out of steel. Fucking Marines are badass.
So that's one option that you have if you're in deep shit. And now we're talking about survivability here. This is the next part of the survival training. Is you can use your stance to improve your survivability. Standing like this is an option you want to have to protect your chest basically, and of
with
course
a pistol.
Well, with a pistol it won't work, but with bigger weapons. Yeah, well, with the bigger weapons that will work kind of good. Now, Van Dijk.
Yes.
Come over here.
Do
you remember what I did to conceal whether I'm alive or not?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Not sure anymore what the correct button was, but let me check.
Nope. Right, okay, stay like that. Now, against AI this won't work, of course, but he looks kinda dead, doesn't he?
Yep.
Okay, so from here, at least you'll need a second to realize that he's not dead, and that will give him the option to fire. So, Van Dijk, take an aim at the mic real quick and don't fire, but say click or something.
Okay.
Safety, basically. Click.
Right behind the black eye.
Yeah, I'll take the bullet for you, man.
Behind the black eye. Right, okay.
Benefit to penetrate this gun.
So that's, well, you need to be playing against actual players to make that work. Now, something that will work against AI is the following. With survival training, in real life, you can play alive now, Dyke, okay? With survival training, I got was that you can survive the very last second of combat, and that's really what it's about here. If you're in the shit, you want every second to count to make your buddies help you. Is a fetus, is that the correct English word?
What?
The fetus, like a baby.
Fetus?
Fetus, yeah.
Yes, okay. That's what you do in real life. You basically hide behind your own knees and shins. Right? We can do that in ARM as well, in a similar way. And that's the prone stance towards the right, like this. If you take like 10-20 meters of distance from me...
Spoon me.
Yeah, no, okay. Can you guys stand up? Can you guys stand up? And or kneel or whatever, and like take like 10 meters, 5 or 10 meters distance from me, right? As you can see, it's quite hard now to hit my head and hit my heart. It's very likely that you will hit my legs. You'll probably need a few shots to actually get me to silence, basically, to
knock him out.
Yeah, to knock me out, or
blow your legs off.
Yeah, you'll probably blow my legs off, but I'll survive a second more. Okay, and maybe that second is enough to bang, shoot at you.
Would you be making that motion without legs?
Well, in real life, I can demonstrate it in Arma. In real life, you'll be like hiding behind your legs and shooting from between your knees, basically. And this is the way I demonstrate it, or basically apply it in Arma, like using that stance. Okay. Could
may I say one thing?
Could you guys follow me for a second? Follow me. Follow.
Follow the leader.
Okay. I want you guys to
say about your leg thingy.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, example that works is as well if you drop a grenade near you, just like run a couple meters away and face your fucking feet so soon, and make sure that they are tight enough so your balls don't get rebuffed by the sharpnels.
I can lost his balls, that's why I'm saying this.
Okay, let's go by twos. I want you guys to take that stance, that sideways laying stance, to protect your head, basically. First two, which is Miller and Van den Broek, come over here. You guys take that stance and try to hit the handle here of the door from that stance.
This or from this?
Well, from that stance, try to hit it.
It's actually quite hard.
Exactly. Try it. Try to find the 0 position of your weapon. When you found it, you stand up. Okay. Okay, you guys move out, and next two guys lay down over here and take that stance.
Which button it is?
Okay. Yeah, go to prone and then hit Q. Or E, sorry, E. Oh no, wait.
Oh, D.
Control D.
Control D. Control D, yeah.
Q E.
Other way, to the right side. Otherwise, you'll have your head open, basically. Yep.
I turned my mouse to that, but I hit the fucking
No problem.
Where's the doctor? When is the doctor?
Just take the painkillers.
Okay. The next two guys who want to try it.
What are you doing with me?
Let's go there.
John fucking Johnny's ass away.
Oh shit.
Mate, you're gonna get the fuck out.
Van Dijk.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm moving back.
Wait, we're supposed to hit the handle?
Oh, with the mark, that's gonna be interesting.
Hit the handle.
Yep. Very nice. Very good, very good. Okay. Anyone else from Commandos that didn't try it yet?
Oh,
do anything else, I'm gonna get the other gun. Works better. Come with me.
Okay. Right. Let's see if I've got anything I want to talk about. Yes. Now we're gonna go into the mods, the melee stuff. Are you guys are you guys familiar with the mocap takedown mod?
Just this one, like just pressing T and bashing someone's head in.
Yeah, okay.
Pressing your head in.
Like I'm gonna bash your head in.
All
If you
right.
don't stop.
Can you take Zeus for a moment, Mike, and put down a civilian here?
Uh-oh.
Court martial.
Right. You know, can probably just spawn an op-4 that's unarmed.
He'll run away. I want to just take a civilian for now.
An
Take a
African.
civilian.
Okay.
Or an
I can
African.
do it at you, Gilad.
It has to be
Beat
No,
up a hole.
no thanks. I would die. Okay.
Good,
Right, watch this.
invisible weapon.
Everyone has the Davian.
He's also bad. He's also in control of it. He's also bad.
Get him!
Stop. Guys, come back.
You could have been my brother, right?
Why did you make him black?
Do it quicker.
I have to
It's in his blood.
Right. Okay. Now watch this. So this is how.
Mate,
Could you guys just okay? Stop.
release me
Stop
at this instance.
Yeah, release him now. Guess I want to continue the exercise. Okay. Okay, watch this.
You remember how it works?
Yeah, Control T, was it?
Just
Let me
T.
try it.
Just T.
No,
T is
Control
my
T.
good
There we
one.
go.
Ah, look.
Oh, look at my neck.
It's a very nice kind of...
jongen.
On another one, you can do another one.
We're gonna clean that up.
Okay, do another one.
Another one. Another
What's the
black
button?
guy
Just
or
T?
Yeah,
Another civilian.
Let me bash his
Spawn.
head with my gun.
spawn another black guy. Did you guys see the animation on the civilian as well?
oh.
No.
Can I punch him? Can I
yeah.
punch him? Can I bash his head? Where's he going?
Okay, hang on, because there's another way
There's Fedora.
you can do it. It's the following: sit down behind him. Do this.
The neck.
I don't see you. I only see you doing the animation. I don't see him actually doing anything.
No,
Okay.
I think the server doesn't have the mod.
Yeah, the server doesn't have the mod, so that's why it's not you doing the animation. Otherwise, you'll really take him down.
I think the other mods are also not working correctly, so that's too bad.
Try.
Yeah, try.
Oh,
No, Control T. Use Control T.
that's my grenade button.
Okay, I'll do it. Watch this.
Not allowed to strangle him, but I would like to. Goodbye, fellas. Goodbye.
Can you do it actually while you are in a
Fucking
mission? Can I
submarine,
do it?
really? What? Bash your head in.
It's interesting. It doesn't work for some reason.
That does.
No, I bashed him.
Okay.
Got him.
Oh shit, he's got me.
Right. Okay, just a
Bye-bye.
minute still, guys.
What the fuck? Allah.
Oh,
Right.
get
Okay.
him all the cut.
I'm gonna wrap up here here guys, I'm gonna wrap up. Okay, so we covered basic drills and went into some details for them. So from the basic first contact drills to considerations of an assault, whether to retreat or not, how to do an actual assault, with some extra details on how to do the assault itself, how aggressive you should be on either a retreat or an assault, and some options you have for better better survivability, like stances and everything. We also talked about the the options you have for silencers. However, we still need to find out which silencer it was.
You don't have it in the mod tag, so it doesn't.
Yep.
Maybe it's also because it's not on the server side.
Yeah,
mod.
yeah, the server is the problem there. Okay, from well, Mike, do you have any questions about this or something you want to add still?
Not really. Just came to hop in, see what it's like.
Alright. Miller, do you have something to add? Something I missed maybe? You think I missed?
Yeah, except for the mods, like, I think it's a good, it would be good to explain the mods at least to our guys, as soon as possible.
Okay, we could take a few minutes for that.
But for that we will have to host our own server, since it's not on this server.
Yeah, can't I do the hand signals on our own, over here?
No, I don't think so. You can try, but it probably doesn't work.
Contact in the tower.
Oh, it does. I don't know.
No, it's AGM hand gestures.
It doesn't work.
AGM ones work.
For me it doesn't.
No, for me it doesn't work either.
Yeah, the AGM ones work. So
yeah, but those are stupid.
Yeah, the ones from AGM...
How do your hand gestures work? Like, are they not pet? Like...
Yeah, they don't work. Doesn't matter.
But like, if they work, when they work? Do you
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but you can change it in the...
On the numpad?
Yeah.
No,
well,
just the normal ones.
But however you want, but they are also much clearer, and well, because they are attached to the keyboard straight away, you can do them real quick. Now, the hand signals against AI situations really don't make sense. But with the joint ops I have in mind, you have actual people as op 4, and then the hand signals really come in handy because you want to be stealthy.
Yeah, but the immersion is still... Like,
oh yeah, the immersion. Always the immersion, yeah.
The footsteps... How well is footsteps heard in this game? Like, is it Counter-Strike?
Yeah, really loud. They are really loud. I can shoot you with my eyes closed if you walk, probably.
Hey, I'm black, you can't see me.
Okay,
Alright, is there
just kill you?
Anyone else that has a question?
Yeah, let's move on.
Sorry?
Let's move on.
2 more, you say?
Let's move on. Like,
let's move on. Okay. So the main training, talk I wanted to do is because it was a lot of talking. Well, I thought it would be less talking, but it wasn't. Now we're gonna go shooting, and I want to do some CQB. So whoever thinks it's gonna be late can move away now. If you're interested in doing CQB, then follow me.
Okay.
Sorry?
User left your channel.
Me and Hyken, or actually the Marines are hopping off.
Roger.
At us.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so one Marine over here, right? Hi, Deckhammer.
No.
Were you there when I did the CQB with your guys?
User left your channel.
No. Okay. Well, you're welcome to join us. Follow me.
User left your channel.
Okay, you guys wait here. You guys wait here for a sec. I'll be right there. Right.
If you need to get out of it, we'll keep this for you.
there a way to close this door? Yeah, there a way.
You can just press spacebar.
Oh, really? Okay.
Modifier.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Does that work?
Yeah, try it out.
Oh,
Space
okay.
and space.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh,
Oh, yeah. That's why
yeah.
we have that mod, you know.
Oh, yeah. Okay, nice. Good. Okay,
nice.
I'm gonna open the door, and you guys just watch through the window or something, see what I'm doing like here. Okay, so this is a near square room. Whenever we enter,
User left your channel.
We want 4 guys to enter here, which is basically the first team, and take the corners. Well, what you do is you move in, without getting into detail how you do that. One guy goes to one corner over here, and then moves itself. Anyone see this? Moves itself in this direction. And then the second 2 that move in, like, stay in this corner.
So if you have 4 guys, you will have all the corners covered.
Yes, so stack up with 4 guys, which is Miller, Van Dijk, and Van den Broek for now. You guys just walk in here, don't mind about tactics. And the first 2 go to the closest corners, so move in, number 1 and 2, just move slowly for now.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, left and right. Okay, and then move to the next corner, making space for the others.
You have to follow the game. Yeah.
There. Okay. Can you guys see it from out here?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. So now the entire room is covered. Well, what the idea behind this is if there are obstacles inside the room, you can actually look around it and, well, all faces are covered. Well, there's always a danger of friendly fire during CQB, so you really have to train this not to kill each other, basically. On our own map, we have a kill house where we can perfectly train this. Now, the next 2 guys, they basically move in a line between everyone else, straight to the next door, and stack up on the next door. There we go. Now the next 2 can take the next room, and the guys that were last, basically, so you 2, which is this Miller?
Van
den Broek and Deckhammer, you guys will basically follow them into the next room. So from the stealth, you open the door. Okay, you guys move in. Okay, stop. Right, yeah, stop. Okay, and you guys follow him. Now this is a hallway, and you want to take up the whole hallway, so you get maximum fire suppression, and you want to use your stance to fire over each other. Oh wait, come back before you continue. Oldie, come back here. Not that far yet. You want to use your stance when required, however you do it, to have maximum cover. And laying down is a bad idea during CQB. So what you want to do, Oldie, is Control S to lower your stance a little bit. There you go. Now someone can easily fire over you. Got it? Right.
Roger.
Okay, so now your buddy behind you basically uses you as a human shield, but hey, better something than nothing, right?
Yeah.
Now the hallways, that's a little bit advanced to go into detail. Let's go back to the basic room. So everyone go outside. So we now covered some basic movements. Now about the philosophy of CQB. Okay, philosophy of CQB is like with the assault. It needs to be snappy, controlled, and, well, aggressive. So one thing that you do at all times during CQB is use auto fire. So everyone, when you go into a CQB situation, full auto on your weapon. Okay, now the movements for the initial entry. Wait, I'm gonna prepare the room here. When you stack up on a door, well, here it's a pretty hard situation with the windows, but
all stances, I guess.
It's all about the stances. Who's first? What's this here?
Hello.
Right. A little bit closer to the door. Right. Okay. Let's ignore the windows for now. I'm gonna get into that in a second. The first guy is called the scout. He basically scouts the room, even though it's only for half a second. He scouts the room. He always moves in with the biggest motion initially. So when he moves in, and who is the first guy? That's Miller, right?
Yeah.
So Miller, you move in, and basically since you come from the left, you also turn all the way left as well. That way you scan like 80% of the room. Now the second guy is called the rear guard. He should be as close as possible to the scout. Since he's called a rear guard for the following reason. There is one corner that the scout didn't see, which is this corner over here. So the rear guard directly moves behind the scout.
After reloading his weapon.
Yep. And goes there, exactly. And then the next guy comes in and goes left again. Right. Okay, and then we're back to the story where we were. You three guys do the same as a demonstration. Okay, everyone come back out. Come back out. Okay, now you guys do the same. So we've got here the scout, we've got the rear guard, and you are element lead, Oldie.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's close the door.
Getting off the trash.
Alright.
That's your me.
Okay, so call is prepare the breach.
Prepare the breach.
Breach.
Ready.
Okay, open the door. Left, right, left.
Nice.
Okay. Now who was not watching or aiming over his weapon while he was doing it? I saw two guys not doing this. Exactly.
I was. I'm sorry.
So do it again and use your weapon to like scan the area. Always aim where you look all the time. Okay, prepare the breach and be as close as possible, as close together as possible during the breach. Okay, prepare the breach. Breach. Keep watching over that weapon. Keep watching over that weapon. There you go. Alright.
One quick thing. If everybody presses escape, goes to configure controls, configure add-ons, and then to the add-on called MRT as well as functions. Next optic state, what's the button that's behind that? With that you can switch between the CCO and the magnifier.
How do you do that again?
With this scope, basically.
Yeah, everybody has that scope, so...
Yeah.
Ah, that's why.
No, Van der Stel doesn't have the scope.
So, yeah, that's why I said, like, it's handy to explain all the new add-ons that we have.
Yeah.
I just took mine off.
Yeah, you can take it off as well, whatever.
Control
I was
and the
waiting outside.
numpad /.
Okay, you guys can come out.
There we go, thanks.
Now, in case of a contact, and I'm gonna be the bad guy over here. Is everyone out? Yeah, from the stealth, come over. Yeah, okay, yeah. Alright. In case of a contact, the scout moves towards the direction of the contact. Not directly, but laterally, basically. So when he moves in, like this, and he scans the room, and before he makes his 90-degree turn, he has a contact over there, and he needs to fire. He basically maintains that that sector of fire, so he in that case moves this direction. So normally he scans the whole room. If he has a contact, he aggressively goes into that direction, and the rear guard needs to do what the scout usually should do. Why? Because that way you increase you increase the firepower in the direction of the first contact. So I'm gonna act as the first contact. Don't kill me, please. Please miss. Wait, I should be outside first.
Come on, and
inside.
it's quite hard, so watch out.
Okay, so I'm gonna stand somewhere. You guys stack up. And the scout is gonna move Well, once he sees me, he's gonna move into the other direction than he should do, and the rear guard takes over his fire sector. Okay, up to you to make the calls for entry.
Back. Oh fuck! I fucked up. Oops.
Ow.
My bed's perfect. I'm sorry.
How do we switch fire modes?
F.
Good question.
Left.
Don't worry, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
This is how they do it in real life. They train with real people.
Yeah, that's true. Not with real ammo though.
Do you use loose rounds?
Actually, the Grom and the Russians do, but
do you use the loose rounds though?
that's after they know how to do it.
Right.
You can do the rest yourself.
Okay, so now an entry is not usually done with a 2-man team. You need at least a 3-man team for one room, preferably 4. With a CQB...
Also,
yeah.
One thing to I want to quickly point out. If the door goes inwards...
Yes, yes.
This one. So if the first guy goes left, then the second guy, make sure you check behind the fucking door.
Yeah. Are you guys seeing this? Deckhammer, do you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just an easy thing, but don't forget it because I saw it before that.
Yeah, show me now.
Yeah,
just check behind the door. If this is your sector, like if you go right, check behind the door as well. And don't just leave the door and like that.
Alright.
And if you know that there is somebody there, you can actually shoot through the door. And he will probably do the same, so you can actually start spraying air and shoot until he's dead.
Alright.
If you know it.
Yep. Okay, everyone come out. I'm gonna give you guys some extra dynamics, some extra stuff to do here. One thing is what Deckhammer now said. You can basically jump through the window in. That's one option. Remember that.
Control V.
Yep. Control V. And also consider where to stack up. Whether you want to stack up on the side of the hinge, it's called, or the other side. Okay. Maybe you know what the building looks like from inside, so that is a thing you can consider depending on how you want to make the entry. Also, if you see what is it, the scharnier?
Hinge.
Yeah, if you see that on the outside. Exactly, we see it on the outside, so the door moves towards you, which is also something, well, it's a little bit strange of course if you sit here, you want to make an entry, and this happens. A little bit stupid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
I know.
Yeah, so make sure you're on the right side. You have to be on the door handle side.
I just have to note something. What
Yeah.
about the way, if you stack up in the door, and I stand like this, and you're the one who opens the door, and I could just easily pop in some shots before we move in?
But the enemy, you mean?
Like, if we do this, like, say
this.
we are gonna
He
breach,
stands there, and
Yeah.
I open the door. You
and
can
pop,
actually,
pop,
like,
and I can take out if there's someone inside.
Yep, that is an option.
depending on the scenario, you have a lot of options, but these are the very basics of entering.
We go for the absolute basics now, but yeah, that is an option. You could have like a shooter right in front of the door. You should have some cover though. Like you should be like laying down here behind the concrete little wall to at least give yourself some cover while doing that.
Yeah, I usually do that with my guys when we're trying to keep a low profile at enter houses, and when we know there's enemies in the house, we do that. We can take them out immediately.
Yep.
Yeah, but if you go for this specific scenario, you would probably check through the windows as well.
Yeah,
exactly.
Saying that the windows are not there, but you know there's a guy, we usually do that, so we can just take him out as fast as possible.
Okay, well, I just want to throw everyone in the deep, and from the stealth, I'm going to give you command with a little extra information before I do this. I want you to take command of the commando team, since you're a corporal and should kind of have a little bit of training in commanding groups. I want you to use your commando team from this entry. This is the only entry point you have, and clear the whole building.
Okay.
Okay. One extra info, one little heads up I want to give you guys for communications. When you go into a room, the only real communication you have is whether you killed someone, and more importantly, the openings you find. So when you come in, you can call one opening left here. If there are multiple doors, you only call the first openings, right? So if there is a whole, well, like 4 doors left and right, you don't call 4 openings left, 2 openings right, or something like that. You just call opening left, opening right, or opening left, front, and right, something like that. Only the closest ones, the first ones you will encounter, because these are the ones you have to stack up next on. You don't pass along a door. Okay. Now you can split your it's up to you on the stealth, but you could split your group into bricks of 3. We have 3, 6.
6, yeah, that's 6.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna participate as well. I'm just gonna listen to what Van der Stel does, and afterwards I'm gonna give you some pointers how to do things better. We're just gonna do this CQB as good as we can, and yeah, just use the basics I just gave you and try to be a commander and remember that this needs to be an aggressive, quick attack. So you need to be quite firm and quick with your commands as well. Every second counts.
Stance is right.
You can take your you can take your time for the preparation, but once we start shooting, once the action starts, you really don't have the time to think. You really need to give very directive commands to anyone, and don't mind that I'm your buddy or something. We're just your cannon fodder, and you should command us around, okay?
Yeah, okay.
User entered your channel.
Okay, we'll split up into bricks. Miller, your point man for brick 1. Then we have Van Dyke.
User left your channel.
Your guard. Van the Broek. On the back. Second brick. Deckhammer takes point. Point man.
Same door?
Yeah, we're just gonna use one door.
Okay.
Yeah. Oldie, second man. Krilat, third, and I'll go in last.
Okay, who's your 2 IC?
Let me see. Miller, yours. No. Deckhammer, your 2 IC.
Alright.
On the Brook, you're keeping time, and well, are there any civvies in the complex that we are aware of?
Yes, there are civvies, but they're not really there.
Okay, check your fire and brick 1 takes point.
Okay. Right, there's a bomb about to go off, or we'll know within 4 minutes, starting. Well, 1 minute. Yeah. Okay, 5 minutes then. In 5 minutes, they will kill all hostages. Okay, time starts now.
Okay, from the Brook.
Yep.
Time.
Going.
Miller, ready when you are. Take point.
Okay, ready?
Ready?
Good check.
Ready.
Ready.
Yeah.
just give some fire as if you're shooting people.
Miller, enter. The camera, enter. The camera, stack on the next door.
Ready? Reaching.
Space,
Tango down.
Space. Okay.
Opening left.
One door left, right. Reaching. Wait, hang on. Look up a door.
Okay, opening. Take opening right.
Ready?
Stack it up on the opening. Stack it up opening right.
Keep moving. And you went left and right. Nice.
Ready.
I had to make sure the door was clear. Right, room clear. Next room.
Oh, ready.
Pick up.
Oh, we have
Right,
one.
go.
Oh, pilot is also.
Give the
Yes,
go, give the go, come on.
Go. Go.
Once you open, keep
Tango down.
straight down.
Tango's still alive, he's down now.
Okay, clear.
Next dead.
Left here.
Okay, stack up.
Ready?
Ready.
Ready, go.
User entered your channel.
Tango down. Loading.
No more openings.
User entered your channel.
Root. Look on this door.
Floor.
At 30 mark.
Ready?
Brick one. Brick one.
Dead.
User left your channel. User left
Brick
your
one,
channel.
take point.
Yeah, brick one moving. That's on the left. Yep. Opening right. Opening left.
I'm gonna move.
Left.
This door?
We'll reach this
That's true.
together.
The opening, sir.
Wait, this door, you can't open this door.
You can?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I didn't.
Okay.
Question is though,
I see.
should we stay here and cover the lower floor while these guys are up there, or should we help them clear?
That's up to the commander. Time is running.
You want us to
Okay.
come up with you, or you want us to cover the downstairs? Over.
We'll help clear.
Roger.
We don't have time to watch your backs.
I hear no communications about openings and stuff. I hear no shooting.
Yeah, sad.
Over to me.
Brick one, breach right.
Reaching.
Hey, going to the next one.
This room.
Yeah.
Dead.
Clear.
Pick up.
I'm
Ready.
Switching.
Go. Tango down.
This is so bad.
Van de broek tijd.
This is gonna be awesome.
1 minute 15.
Look at us. We're going so fast.
Suck up. Ready?
Ready.
Oh,
Reaching.
okay.
Tango down.
Hostages secure.
Oh yeah.
Fusing bomb.
Yeah, breach it then. They don't have to be point, man.
okay.
Bombs
Index,
defused.
index. Okay,
Up
meet me in front of the house. Hold fire.
With this.
Yeah, that was a little bit.
Okay. Is this everyone? Yeah. Well, as you notice also on the stealth, even in a training scenario, this is pretty hectic and hard to to cope within the small, well, within the close quarters. I think there were three instances where we really stagnated our attack, and we just barely made our time, I think. Or did we?
I don't know.
Van der Broek?
17 seconds left.
Yeah. We just barely made it, and we had a few stagnations. Do you want to try it again?
Let's do a real bomb this time.
I would like to
I can go get one.
comment on
Yeah.
a few things how I would do this differently.
Yeah, Miller, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Like, I don't know exactly how you could do this building the right way, but one thing I do know is that if, like, come over here.
Okay, everyone following.
If you have a hallway, wait, we'll go this way. Like, you have 3 guys stacked up here, right? At this moment, you don't have anybody covering the hallway, which means if somebody comes walking out there, he will probably get a decently easy shot off, definitely if he knows that we are here, since I'm watching this door, and he's watching past me, but as soon as we are breaching, you will probably won't have anybody watching there. So I would personally have one guy watching the hallway, so maybe or push past the door, the first or something, first guy or something.
Yep.
Or have 2 guys, since we know that these rooms are small, have 2 guys breaching instead of 3, and have the 3rd guy already here and watching this. So when we come out, we know it's clear.
Okay.
One of those things, you know, because I got killed multiple times in my armory experience because the hallway was not being covered. It's just one small thing of the things that, like, of all the things that you can do wrong here. Or, like, that can get you killed here.
Okay, right, Deckhammer is getting a real charge. I'm gonna put it somewhere in the house. You guys are gonna have to defuse it. And, well, yeah, I'm gonna act, I'm not gonna act as an enemy, I'm just gonna act, not gonna act as anything, I'm just gonna be here.
Do we have a diffuse kit?
You don't need it, you can just pick it up, I think, and then it's diffused.
Okay.
So you really need to hurry it up.
Who's leading?
Let somebody else try.
Yeah, you really don't want to try it again from the stealth?
No.
Okay.
I wanna see how it's done right.
Yeah, it is.
I would like to give it a try, honestly, but
yeah.
just to look how it goes. But
it doesn't necessarily always be right, because I'm not a specialist either in CQB.
No, you can't do this right, but you can like try to improve and look at what is
we all need to improve it. But okay, Miller, you take a point for this one. Let's wait for Deckhammer for a sec.
Yeah, then I'll make a plan of entering this building first.
Yeah,
that's easy. So we enter at this door, or does it matter?
Should we lock all the doors or close all the doors?
Yeah, do it. Start closing all the doors until.
Where are we gonna enter, Krida?
It's a surprise.
User entered your channel.
when all the doors are closed, I'm gonna surprise you.
User left your channel.
Deckhammer, you're on your way.
Yeah, I'm on my way. One failed charge and the spawn's gonna blow up. Ignore that.
Roger.
Okay.
But we see the triangle.
Triangle.
That is kind of annoying.
Yeah, that's true. It's because we're on this difficulty.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We'll still have the. Oh, do you have one or do you have multiple?
I'm just gonna wait for this one to blow up so I don't die before I can get a clacker, because I'm thinking if I have a timer, I'll just blow it up, because you can't defuse when it's on a timer. So I'll just have a clock and then detonate. There we go. I just detonated when 4 minutes passed.
That was a big one. Are the doors closed? Upstairs is closed.
Just give me a second.
Yeah, always the Marines blowing stuff up.
So, how we are gonna do this one is, we are gonna get a random entrance that Krida is gonna point out to this. When we enter, I want 2 guys breaching every room. And the 3rd guy, Van der Broek, you're hot micing. So the 3rd guy is gonna cover the hallway. So, if we have a hallway, we are gonna go 2 sides pretty much, depending on where we enter. So one team is gonna go left, other team right. just clear the rooms one by one. Doesn't matter what team you are in, just make sure like there are 3 guys left, 3 guys right, if there's a hallway.
Are you seriously? Are you gonna play?
Then yeah, just stack up with 2 guys. So like the first guy just stacked, second guy just stacked, you bridge, third guy covers the hallway, or goes past the door and covers the hallway. And he's already like point man for the next door. Any questions?
Or do you want it so like we extract them before
So,
4 minutes and then get out?
we bridge the building with the whole team, with all the guys.
Could you stop transmitting?
Oh, I'm thinking like we have it on 4 minutes. There's no way of diffusing, but we need to get out before and clear the whole building before 4 minutes.
So we bridge the first door.
Yeah, let's do that.
That cleared out. It's gonna find out to
Like
us.
when?
We're gonna
When
bridge
are you
that
gonna
with the
set
whole
it to
team.
4?
Just make them ready and I'll start it when they go.
As soon as we hit the hallway, depending on where we enter, I don't know yet. One team is gonna go left, one team is gonna go right. If
Just,
there is only one way to go, then we will go
just
that
give
way
you the
with the
call
whole
on radio
team,
when you
and will
place
just,
it.
like one guy is gonna go past the doors, past the door that we are gonna breach first, and he's gonna cover the hallway, while there is gonna be a breaching team setting up at the door and breaching it. And if we can go both ways, then we are gonna split up in teams of 3. So I'm not gonna point out the teams. You're just gonna have to like be flexible and make sure that it's gonna be the right number on both sides. So if we enter at one side of the building, so we have the whole hallway in front of us, and we can't go both sides, we will just have one team on the right side of the hallway, one team on the left side of the hallway, and the right side is going to breach the right doors, and the left side is going to breach the left doors. But make sure you stay with the same doors, you know, like the doors are, like there's a door on the right, then on the left, then on the right, then on the left probably. So don't push past the other team, just stay in the same area, if you know what I mean.
Okay, Miller?
Yeah?
I'm gonna put some pressure on you. This is gonna be your entry door. And Deckhammer is gonna place a charge, which will detonate in 4 minutes, and you have to clear the whole building and get your team out in 4 minutes outside the detonation range.
In 4 minutes?
Yep.
Great.
Okay, in that case...
Deckhammer, go.
Are you gonna go with us, Krillard?
I'll give you my mark.
Yeah. I'm just a gunner.
Okay, Martin, Krillard, Van der Stout, team 1, you're gonna go right up the stairs. Van Dijk, me, and Van der Broek are gonna go clear downstairs.
Who's 2IC?
2IC is Van der Stout.
Whenever you're ready.
Go.
Charge has been set. You are clear
Okay,
to
Van
move.
Dijk, let's reach. My team first. Okay, set.
Ready?
Yeah, go.
Hold the take point.
Left clear.
Last
Clear,
last
go
man.
clear. Cover left, cover right. Team go up. Okay, you guys reach reach your side, Van Dijk.
Remember, you have
With
no
Van der
idea
Broek.
where the charge is.
Van der
Opening
Broek
left.
at Van Dijk.
Go right.
What? Yeah.
Go right, Roger. Right.
Hold it.
Opening left.
Okay. Reach left. Go.
Ready.
Then go down.
Clear.
Clear.
Okay.
Come on, guys, quick. On me.
Reach right.
Set.
Ready.
Covering the whole way.
Yeah.
Then go down.
One guy, last guy stays
Opening
outside
left.
and covers the hallway. Keep going. Go Van der Broek, cover the hallway.
Go in.
Set.
Set.
Go Gilad.
Then go down.
And then you push past us and you are already stacked up.
Then go down.
Yeah? Dead.
Loading.
Reaching. Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah, ready?
Go.
Go, set.
Reaching.
You.
Then go down.
Yeah, chill.
Chill. Yeah, it's kind of.
Ready?
Yes.
Ready.
It's kind of
Yes.
fucked up.
Dead.
Found a demolition charge.
You went two sides of the
Nee, nee.
No way of diffusing. You need to clear the whole building and get out before balls.
Okay, all clear.
Roger.
Downstairs is clear.
Is upstairs
Right.
clear from the stealth?
Downstairs is clear.
No. Negative.
Negative, not clear.
Downstairs is clear.
Reaching.
Yeah,
Breaching, ready?
Ready. Clear.
Clear.
Breaching.
Last.
Opening left.
Exit at the same place we went in.
Everybody, yeah?
Yeah.
Door the hostage is secure.
Moving out.
Building secure.
On me.
Did anyone catch the time on that? I'm missing one guy, guys. Where's the... Oh, there he is. Okay, everybody's out.
Say again?
Did anyone get a timer on that so you know how much time you had left?
Ah, no, I forgot that one.
Oopsie.
Very good one, Dagmar.
We are still alive, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Put some fire in your ass.
55 now.
2 minutes 55?
Yes.
Yeah, we did it within 3 minutes. That's pretty good.
Oh, we did it within 3 minutes. We were just here.
He's just... He was all the way over there. But...
Seriously, 3 minutes.
Yeah,
Downstairs
we did
went...
it in like 2 minutes, 2 minutes and 50 seconds, something like that.
Downstairs was a little bit chaotic at first, but when Van den Broek knew what he had to do,
Yeah, what
it
I
was kind of fluent.
what I missed upstairs, I did it myself. I'm not sure if it happened upstairs, but there was no corridor cover. Sometimes all 3 people went in the room during a breach, so there was no one covering the hallway.
I did it myself at least 2 times, I think.
I did it 2 times as well. So then it
once.
Okay. Maybe it's an idea to take 3 men and like. Oh no.
Kaboom.
It's still up. So maybe take 3 guys and let the rest watch and just do 2 runs real quick to show how it goes.
Yeah, sure.
Well, if I may comment one thing, I think it's more important to review the first, second, and third person's role than to give someone a role, because inside CQB it's very chaotic. So anyone should take the role that he's going into, going up to the next door.
User
if you're in
entered
front,
your
you do
channel.
the first role. If you're
User
second,
left
you do
your
the second.
channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it changes around indoors. So like you just do the role where you are. You need to know every role, and you just do where you are standing. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's flexibility, as I also pointed out on the forums a little bit.
Yep,
like,
exactly.
We really have to be quite flexible, also in CQB, but also outside.
That building's not going to be able to use it anymore. They got more to your east southeast, by the way. Same building.
East southeast, you said?
Yeah, east southeast. You got the same building as 2 of them. That building is completely broken. But I'm going to go off now. Nice playing with you guys.
Hey, yeah, thanks for the help.
No problem. Have a good one.
Yep. Thank you.
So if everybody's up for it, I would like to do it one time with like 3 guys, so we can see how it actually looks when it goes good.
Miller, go with Oldie and
just give me Van Dijk and Van den Broek. We just did it, so we should be
okay. Van
already
Dijk
going.
and Van den Broek. Perfect.
And then you guys can watch.
Yep.
Let's go for that.
Sounds sexy if we can watch.
Yeah.
User in your channel timed out.
So if everybody that's not Van Dijk and Van den Broek goes inside and goes to the other side of the hallway, then you can see us breaching and stuff.
Which door?
This door. Close it behind us. Okay, close the last door and go stand over here.
Wij hadden ook een mod dat lange wapens niet door de muur heen konden.
Ja, dat is hier ook volgens mij.
Nee, het gaat gewoon dwars door de muur heen.
Ah, oké.
Ja, in ieder geval door deuren.
Oké.
De andere kant op kijken, Maarten.
Ja, dat snap ik. We moeten om kunnen draaien.
Oh. Recht in je kont.
Ja, kom maar naar achter, Maarten.
Okay, ready?
Ready.
ready to have breach team. Yeah.
So I think you got the point now. Yeah, I don't want to drag it out. This is one option to do it. Another option is, as I said,
can you move back?
So if I'm first guy here, that I actually push past the door before the rest breaches. In this way, you actually have 100% security in front. Like, if we have the breach first, then you will have like 2 seconds without security in front. This way, you will actually have like 100% security in front.
Okay, on the downside is that moving past the door is kind of risky. And,
yeah, that's why I didn't do it. Like, that's the downside.
Yeah, but everything has its downside, so okay.
But this is just for this specific like hallway with the rooms on both sides. And when we know that there's no more room than that one room you go in, if you know what I mean.
Hey, firm.
For example, if you go into this room and there are like 2 more rooms to the outside of the building, if you know what I mean, then it's a whole other scenario, and this is kind of fucked up because then you have one guy standing alone in the hallway. That's also not the best thing ever.
Exactly. Okay, everyone follow me. Does anyone have any questions or something to add to today's training?
I have one comment as soon as we end the training.
Okay, that will
Waarom praten wij nog steeds Engels?
Because we're recording it.
Ah.
And we have to get used to it since we are an international community.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
There was one entry in a room in which I saw the scout move right first. I don't know who it was, but there was something wrong with the
Yeah, but that's actually. Oh, or if Krillard was.
Yeah, might have been me that I simulated the contact.
Ah, okay, I see.
So that's not wrong. That's again flexibility. If the first guy goes right, you go left. If the first guy goes left, then you go right. That's as easy as it is.
Okay.
I don't think it's also useful if the door is like on your left as first man to go left around it, because then you have the whole room nothing covered.
Correct.
I didn't hear that.
Van Dijk, do you have whisper on or something?
I think so.
Yeah, sorry. If the door opens and it is on your left, it is not useful for the first man, for the scout, to go left and then check behind the door. So it's useful to go to the right and have most of the room checked already.
Oh yeah. Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
I also have one question / comment. I think I asked and said this before, and now we've trained it a little bit. I still think it's maybe better.
Yeah.
I like the communication personally indoors as well. So like if you are breaching, like I don't know what exactly you said in the first training that we were like what the right communications were for inside. But how I do it and how I like to do it, so I pretty much know what's up at all the time, is when you breach, you said, like the first guy says set or stacked or whatever. The second guy says set or stacked. The first guy says breaching.
Yeah.
He goes right or left. When his sector is clear, he says clear. When the other guy's sector is clear, he says clear.
Yes.
So that's first part of communication. Then one of the two, I think the first guy that says clear, when all the other guys say clear, he says room clear.
Yeah.
So you know the room is clear. And when you move out of a room, back to friendlies or into friendlies, you say coming out.
Yep.
So the guys actually know. So there's a lot more communication. I think that when we first did this, we didn't cover all that communication, and I think we actually said like it might not be that good of an idea. We have to do minimal.
No,
communication.
That communication is correct. The communication I wasn't happy with was saying going left, going right, because.
Yeah.
Okay, but
yeah, that's not useful at all. But the rest of it, I think we should implement that like pretty much full.
Yes.
I have one question then. When you're stacked with 3, I think only the third one should say ready when he's at the door, and the second shouldn't say anything.
Yeah, the thing is, like, it's really dependable on situation, and it's gonna be quite hard. Like, you don't always have the same number as we just saw. If you go in with the full team and you split up, and maybe you have like this. You breach with 2 guys, have 1 guy covering the hallway. You know, it just depends on it. And the thing is, if you have 2 guys, you can breach a room. You have 2 sectors. You can pretty much do it. If the 3rd guy is set, he can. Like the first 2 guys, they just move in, go to their corners, go to the next corners. The rest knows what they have to do after that. You know, so the first 2 guys are necessary to breach. The first, the 3rd, and the 4th, yeah, they could be necessary, but in my opinion, they are not critical to at the first second, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What I do think is that the commander should always try to lean back a little bit. So try not to be the first guy entering the room as a commander. That's just a thing I don't want to see. I don't want to see a commander going first. He should stay back as much as possible. We do have the tapping, like here from the stealth. No, who is this? Is this
it didn't work, right?
Yeah, it did work.
Yep. Bum, bum, bum. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Stop
you
tapping me.
If you
how does it work?
You mean with Shift T?
Shift T.
Yeah, but that's what we said before I went to vacation period. We have a better way now with the other mod.
Yeah, I know, but we'll use that one. But we have that option to tap the guy in front of you. So if you stack up with a few guys, okay, come over here. Come over here. We stack up. Now 2 guys behind me. Let's do it with a 3-man team here. The 3rd guy taps the 2nd guy. The 2nd guy taps the 1st guy. And then we go in.
User entered your channel.
Right? That way you can also minimize communication. Because if we're breaching with 8 guys and everyone's screaming stuff like enter, you could have issues with that. Like first guy thinking, oh, someone called breach the room, and then he runs in. With a tapping,
user disconnected from your channel.
You don't say anything, but you do know that you have to go.
So, pretty much, if I may, the first guy covers the door, and the 2nd guy, he actually checks how many guys are with him. Because as I said, like in the first door is most of the time the most organized, but inside it could kind of be different.
Yeah.
So the 2nd guy pretty much checks how many guys he can have, how many guys he has, maybe even ask for reinforcements if he has a chance, I guess, depending on what room he suspects he's going to get into.
Yep.
And then he can tap, like when everybody's set, he can tap the shoulder. Like,
all right. Yep.
I think that might be the best way.
Yeah, that sounds like a good way. Okay.
So the 2nd guy is pretty much the leader of that breach, if you know what I mean.
The 2nd guy. Yeah. Okay. When you are actually in the building, you mean?
Yeah.
Yes. Correct. Okay.
Because as I said, it could we could possibly get split up into 3 different teams depending on situation inside. Probably not, but it could. So you need 2 guys to breach. So I think it's the best way to have the 2nd guy, like as soon as we are inside, like being the
not specifically commander, but he controls when we go in or not.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like he controls, like he checks how many guys they have. If everybody's set, he gets the tap on the shoulder, and then he decides for the first guy go.
Yes, exactly. Okay, thank you, Miller. We're gonna put that in the SOP. Anyone has anything else to ask?
One more question. I didn't hear about the sectors before breaching a building.
The sectors.
So everybody should take a sector. The last one behind. You have to have a 180 degrees sector.
Yes. So one guy covers the door, obviously. The last man covers the back, and everyone in between either covers windows and the outer area, if applicable, of course.
Yeah.
But just a quick example. If you are outside and you are walking along such a wall in CQB, for example, you are on such a wall and you are moving forward, you have like your whole team behind you, but your left side is already 180 degrees covered. So the rest just, like, if you stack up with 4 guys, so 2 guys can get in, you pretty much, it's very logical. Yeah, you pretty much like first guy covers front, the 2nd, the 3rd guy cover this, like this. It's really easy.
But wait, stay where you are, Oldie, cover the back. There you go. Okay, now I've got it nicely on video. There we go. Good.
At the first, oh yeah, one more thing, just a detail. If you hold, it's actually a pretty decent good thing for the first and last guy, only the first and last guy, to crouch down.
Yes.
Because then the second and second to last guy can shoot over the head if necessary.
Oldie.
But that's only for the first and last guy.
Yes.
And only when you're standing still. Or when you have a window, of course. But
right. Okay. I kind of want to end this exercise unless someone really has something that thinks should be added now.
Yeah, so I've got some points for further references. And then I'm speaking for myself as quite a new guy into armor as well. The training for tonight, the info was way too much. I honestly forgot what we started with. I honestly don't know that yet.
And that's
why we recorded.
That's why
I'd rather see a training for like 2 hours, just covering breaching.
Exactly.
Just to master that, and then next day or next week, we, for example, just have training like assaulting a building or something.
Yep, correct. This exercise is usually split into 3 separate sessions. And which is also the reason I recorded this for people to review, because normally we would do this in 3 sessions.
Okay.
2 or 3 sessions, really. So yeah, that's a very good point. But you forgot.
User left your channel.
I'll put the link on the forum ASAP so you can review it.
And I have the last comment if nobody else has
as the
anything.
2IC, you may have the last comment.
Yay. Yeah, so about this, if any
User entered your channel.
if a lot of guys are up for it, I would like to
disconnected
do an
from your
extra
channel
this week. Since this was a lot of info, and I would for myself personally as well.
User left
would
your
like
channel.
An extra training to cover
User
most
left
of the
your
things
channel.
we did here, maybe a bit more in detail and a bit longer.
Yep.
People are up for it.
Yeah, fine by
I'm
me.
interested, yeah.
Okay.
Now, one more question. What day is the best for you guys?
I'm going to stop the recording, stand by.
Yeah.